Interactive session, Anambra government meets with Indianambra in UK. Chief of Defence Staff Musa assures of commitment of armed forces of Nigeria to protect democracy. And from the foreign scenes, Israeli airstrike hits Gaza harder, deepening growing outcry. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the evening news. My name is Uchechukwu Ebonam. The Anambra State government has flagged our solution theoretical course in all secondary schools across the state. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike reports that Governor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumode, performed the flag-off at Jerome Udoli State Secretariat in Oka. His report.
The Solution Theatrical Course is a partnership program between the state government and the Actors Guild of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter, which is designed to replace the dramatic societies in schools. It is also designed to have a wider scope in preparing and enlightening the students on government policies and programs, as well as boost their opportunities in the movie and content-making industries in the future. Before the flag-off exercise, Governor Soludo revealed that ACT is life and as such will be a powerful tool to inculcate positive values, policies and programs, as well as drive their individual talents for alternative means of livelihood in future. Governor Soludo, who described drama as a living literature, explained that the Solution Theatrical Course will function as a club in private and public schools and expressed optimism that only theater can express certain ways of life while reflecting lessons that automatically change one's narrative.
Art is life. Art depicts life. The theater is an extreme of life. I'm glad that this Solution Theatrical is taking on as clubs in the various schools, both for the private schools and in fact every single child of Anambra should benefit from this.
For the chairman of Actors Guild of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter, Evangelist Leo Ewuzie, the Solution Theatrical Club is a project aimed at harnessing and reshaping unique talents of students and youth with regular practice experiences through theater, even as he assured that the course will reduce unemployment, increase public speaking skills among children, encourage socialization, discourage indiscipline and other social vices, describing Nollywood as untapped industry.
At this level, they will grow from here. We want to shun out stars from the little ones. Some of them, by the time they leave school here, they become professional artists. If we had this opportunity when we were there, it would have been better. Some of us would have been in Hollywood by now. But the opportunity is given to them at their doorsteps.
Contributing, an actress, Lady Chinwoke Mba, pointed out that through the project, students and youth will be knowledgeable about how to defend themselves against abuses and restore confidence in every Anambra child. And responding, the president of All Nigeria Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools, Anambra State Branch, Mr. Obimma Arazu, expressed willingness to key into the project because of its impact geared towards the development of students. Some students, including Ms. Blessing Chike and Chinedu Anago, expressed joy over the initiative, which they said will give early access to filmmaking and other opportunities, and appreciated the governor for his thoughtfulness in caring for the students of the state.
Anambra State government, through the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Sir Ernest Ezajuri, hosted an interactive session with Indianambra living in the United Kingdom. The event, held at the Council Chamber in the London Borough of Enfield, served as a platform for Ezajuri to unveil Governor Chukwuma Soludo's vision for a livable and prosperous homeland while fostering unity among Indianambra. We have details.
Sir Ernest, while addressing the gathering, said that Anambra State has recorded significant improvements in security, law and order, with decrease in criminality and lawlessness. He said that the commitment of Governor Soludo and diligent efforts of the state security architecture have led to a safer environment. Sir Ernest explained the economic importance of the One Youth Two Skills Solution Initiative, the rationale behind free education, huge investment in health sector and road infrastructure. He noted that the One Youth Two Skills Empowerment Program is aimed at training young individuals, equipping them with the necessary tools for self-reliance and economic productivity, as free education policy is aimed at providing quality education to all in the Anambra, irrespective of social class. The Chief of Staff said that Anambra is currently one huge construction site with over 350 kilometers of road construction ongoing across the state, adding that the agricultural sector is not left out, as Governor Soludo is deliberate about palm and coconut economy. Sir Ernest explained that the health sector is experiencing a massive turnaround with the employment of health workers, introduction of telemedicine, reviving of general hospitals, and construction of new ones. While outlining these achievements made under Governor Soludo-led administration, with the past 19 months, Sir Ernest called on them to join hands in driving the Anambra State project. He emphasized the importance of attracting investors to Anambra State while highlighting the immense potential and investment opportunities across sectors including agriculture, industrialization, trade and commerce, oil and gas, and education, noting that the importance of effective collaboration with the diaspora community cannot be overemphasized. The event attracted prominent personalities including the former mayor of Enfield, Claire Kate Anoluo, UK ABGA chairman Eric Nzekwe, a member of ABGA National Working Committee and chairman of Anambra Town Unions UK, Mr. Oke Omeronye.
As part of its corporate social responsibility, a Chinese firm, Zhongxiang Construction Company, has offered to pay school fees for all SS1 to 3 students of Igwebike Grammar School, OCA, for 1 academic year. Announcing the offer at the school, the managing director of the construction firm, Mr. Makwan Tu, who said that he passes through the school almost every day while going to his nearby construction site for the Solution Fund City, explained that the gesture is also in support of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's free education program and other efforts aimed at ensuring that every child in Anambra has access to quality education. Correspondent Joseph Ebota now reports.
He promised that the company will do more as they handle projects in the state, while urging the students to study hard and consider choosing courses related to construction industry. Mr. Tu said it is possible for him and some of the students to meet and work together as professionals in future.
I hope to say I will sponsor the SS1 to SS3, the 1 academic year school fee for all the boys in the You can study very hard. Yes. Thank you. And
on behalf of the students who were visibly elected over the Lajis, the senior prefect of Igwebike Grammar School, Oka, Mr. Chinedu Anago, said the offer is a great relief for parents and assured that they will continue to put efforts in their studies in order to continue making Anambra State proud.
Promise to reflect consistency and perseverance towards our education, and also to make our educational system strong and make Anambra State proud.
Earlier, the State Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumude, who praised staff and students of the school for their dedication to duty, reminded them that nature rewards every good deed. She thanked Mr. Tu for the offer and urged students to remain serious in their studies. It was gathered that about 600 students of the school will benefit from the offer. In Oka, Joseph Ebosha reporting for ABS News.
As the dry season gradually sets in, the Anambra State Chief Fire Officer, Engineer Martin Abwele, has advised residents of the state to embark on early weeding of grass in their surroundings to avoid possible fire spread. ABS Environment Correspondent Blessing Uchendo reports.
Engineer Willie stated this during an ABS flagship phone-in radio program Issues with the topic Curbing Fire Outbreak in Our Environment, said that early cleanup of overgrown grass around houses, business places and markets is the first precautionary measure that should be taken by all before the arrival of Harmattan season. On how to curtail fire outbreaks during the season, Engineer Willie advised people to cut grasses around their houses at least 20 feet away, ensure that gas cylinders are always kept outside, switch off all electrical appliances when not in use to avoid power surge in order to prevent loss of lives and property. Engineer Willie urged companies, markets and other establishments in the state to reach out to the agency for a fire readiness audit and surveillance and for servicing of their fire equipment as a way to be prepared against any eventuality. He added that the agency will engage in training and retraining of workers and students to be able to mitigate fire incidents in their areas. The Anambra State Fire Chief further called on residents to call the emergency line 0907 704 4410 in the event of any fire incident. In Oka, Blessing Uchendo, ABS News.
Some members of Amanuke community in Oka North Council area of Anambra State has staged a peaceful protest at the government house, Oka, rejecting the traditional ruler who was issued a certificate of recognition by former Governor Willie Obiano. The protesters, numbering over 100, expressed anger over what they termed as imposition of the traditional ruler against their will, while chanting solidarity songs and waving different inscriptions. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Speaking on behalf of the group, Mr. Emmanuel Nweke Nemezie said that the community has been in tears since 2014 when a group of persons allegedly deceived the state government to issuing a certificate of recognition to the wrong candidate who is a brother to the original choice of the community and called for thorough investigation into the matter.
Amani maya melan chi wala agwonye chief Dennis Ezebilo ka amani ke zuike makana meri ayama anu ogwo kam na amani ka ezuike.
Later, Comrade Joseph Nwachukwu and Mr. Emeka Udejiofo presented their protest letter to the government through the secretary to the state government, Professor Solochukwu Rubelu, and lamented that the imposition of the traditional ruler has led the community into different crises, including threatening some major stakeholders of the community who had to run away from the community for fear of their safety, while the same masterminds of the plots and their cohorts has taken over the running of the affairs of the town with impunity and without respect to their traditions.
We
are asking our amiable governor. We know that he is a loving father. What we are asking is to withdraw the certificate given to Alfonso Ezebilo, because he doesn't have the majority support of the people of Amanuke community. The person that has support is Dennis Ezebilo.
For Chief Angus Dike and Mrs. Obioma Nwoye, the community has been subjected to untold hardship, denying the community access to different social amenities and from benefiting from other dividends of democracy. Responding, Professor Chukwu Rubelu expressed surprise how a blessed community like Amanuke will allow individual selfishness to overthrow the peace and harmony that existed in the community, and assured them that in no distant time government will take decision on issues affecting Amanuke community, which like other communities is important to the state government.
There has to be a statement on the matter. The government will need to speak on the matter. Both sides
in Oka, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
From the federal scenes, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has assured that the armed forces of Nigeria will protect democracy, saying the military will ensure that no coup will happen in the country, unlike what had been experienced in neighboring countries like Niger, Burkina Faso, and Gabon, while pledging allegiance to supporting democracy. Musa also noted that the military will deploy technology to tackle crude oil theft in the Niger Delta region, just as he assured of adequate security in the off-season governorship election in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo State. The CDS, however, warned those who get involved in causing violence during polls to steer clear of the elections in the 3 states, adding that the military will support a free, fair and credible election process. Musa noted that in Port Harcourt yesterday during a visit to the Nigerian Army Headquarters 6th Division, Port Harcourt Barracks, where he was received by the General Officer Commanding of the Division, Major General Jamal Abdulsalam, to commission the 47 Engineering Brigade Counter Improved Explosive Device Squadron 3 planting project, 29 Battalion Magazine Bank, among other projects. He urged Nigerians not to entertain any form of fear as regards issues of coup d'etat happening in closed countries, adding that the armed forces of Nigeria will protect the nation's democracy. From the foreign scenes, Israel has bombed the densely populated Jabalia refugee camp in northern Gaza for the 2nd time in 2 days, prompting warning of war crimes as more nations took diplomatic measures and condemned Israel's offensive in the besieged enclave. Israeli airstrikes also hit the vicinity of the Al-Quds hospital in Gaza City, where doctors say up to 14,000 displaced people are sheltering, according to the director of the hospital. The strikes that began yesterday evening continued into Thursday morning, and we're getting closer to the hospital, Dr. Bashar Morad said. It also came as the first sanctioned exodus from the besieged enclave, in which began with injured Palestinians and hundreds of foreign nationals crossing from Gaza into Egypt through the Rafah border crossing. More civilians are expected to cross today. The massive second strike on Jabalia created further catastrophic damage, destroying several buildings in the Fuluja neighborhood of the camp, with video from the site showing a deep crater and people digging through the rubble searching for bodies. The civil defense in Hamas-run Gaza described the strike as a second massacre. The airstrike killed at least 80 people and injured hundreds more, according to Dr. Atif Al-Khalat, the director of Gaza's Indonesian hospital. He said that bodies were being dug out of the rubble and the majority of casualties were women and children. On sports news, the team of Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSAN, Anambra State chapter has defeated team of Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, Anambra State Council 3-1 in a novelty match held at Anambra Broadcasting Service ABS football pitch in Oka. This encounter was part of the activities lineup ahead for 2023 NUJ Press Week, Media Summit, and Anambra NUJ Man of the Year Award Ceremony. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata is standing by with details.
The JUSAN team displayed tactical prowess, securing their first goal during the first half and adding 2 more goals during the second half. Despite their best efforts, the NUJ team managed to score a goal through a penalty shoot, delighting their NUJ spectators. After the match, Chairman of NUJ Anambra State Council, Dr. Odogwu Emeka Odogwu, emphasized the importance of fostering a strong bond between Anambra State workers and the media. He commended both teams for their sportsmanship and suggested that the NUJ team should continue training even as they report on issues happening in the society.
This is the romance between workers in Anambra State and the members of the media, so that we will know ourselves, a glimpse of ourselves, a better relationship, and equally keep healthy. Because a healthy soul and a healthy body make life better.
On his part, JUSAN Chairman, Anambra State Branch, Comrade Henry Ezoke, expressed his satisfaction with the entertaining event, highlighting his team's consistent success in football matches.
So I was expecting a victory. So my players did not fall below expectation. It's quite entertaining.
Captain of the NUJ team, Comrade Abushi Onwumelo, stressed that the match was friendly in nature, serving as an opportunity for exercising and promoting a healthy lifestyle. He praised his team's performance and their track record of winning matches.
It is a friendly game. We came into the match with intention of exercising ourselves, healthy living, just like the government of Anambra State is promoting that people should exercise, that regular exercise brings about a healthy living. So
In appreciation, Chairman of the Planning Committee, NUJ Press Week, Dr. Njideka Ezonyejiako, extended a commendation to both JUSUN and NUJ for their participation in the march. In Oka, Emmanuel Chibata for ABS News.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS TV from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka. On X, we are ABS Radio TV. On Instagram, we are ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points that made the news again tonight. Anambra government has commenced solution theoretical course in secondary schools. Interactive session, Anambra government has met with Indianambra in UK. Chief of Defence Staff Musa has assured of commitment of armed forces of Nigeria to protect democracy. And finally, from the foreign scenes, we told you that Israeli airstrikes has hit Gaza harder, deepening growing outcry. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values that's giving maximum support for the task ahead. And that's all on the news tonight. My name is Uchechukwu Ibonab. Good night.